Hello and welcome. In this mini webinar, we'll take a look at what's in a Music Moves for Piano lesson. All Music Moves materials are authored by the very dedicated, very meticulous, and all-around amazing piano teacher, Marilyn Lowe. This webinar has two purposes. I'll be giving a very general overview of the components that make up a Music Moves for Piano lesson, as well as previewing a more extensive webinar series where I break down each part of the lesson plan and explore topics pertaining to it. I'm Hannah Mayo, and I'm glad you found your way here. You might know me from the Keys to Music Learning podcast. I'm a loyal and dedicated user of the Music Moves for Piano method, and I'm really into webinars. So much so that I've decided I should do a 5-part series. Each webinar will follow a similar format and will include sections pertaining to the what, the why, and the how questions that we ask about each section of the lesson. Also, scope and sequence notes through the Music Moves for Piano series, and plenty of demonstration videos from my studio with my wonderful students. So, what's in the Music Moves for Piano lesson? There are 4 main components in all of the books 1 through 5. They are activity time, exploration, creativity, and improvisation, keyboard geography and technique, and performance pieces and additional repertoire. And later, during book 3, reading and writing, the 5th component. For a description of each of these lesson components, let's go straight to the source. The Music Moves for Piano Teacher's Lesson Plans, Book 1. Marilyn writes, students sing, chant, and move during a music activity time that takes place away from the keyboard. Students like variety and movement. They may arrive at lessons tired, but they usually leave filled with enthusiasm because of the variety of audiation activities that complement keyboard activities and performance. Activities in the lesson plans are sequential and provide the readiness and preparation to make progress for becoming musically literate. The first webinar in the series is called Sing, Chant, and Move, an overview of Music Moves for Piano activity time. In it, I will discuss singing and movement activities, rhythm and tonal pattern instruction, and guiding students through the steps for songs to sing. In keyboard geography and technique, students learn keyboard and technical skills, including arm and large motor movement, efficient movement of hands and fingers, use of the whole keyboard, and keyboard improvisational skills. Familiarity with keyboard geography and a strong kinesthetic sense together provide a foundation for fluent reading. The second webinar in the series is called Understanding Our Instrument, an overview of the Music Moves for Piano keyboard geography and technique. In it, I'll discuss arpeggios, melodic cadences, and scales, healthy technique and body movement at the piano, and keyboard improvisation skills to incorporate. In exploration, creativity, improvisation, activities keep pace with keyboard skills. Students learn how to change tonality and meter, transpose, make melodic and rhythmic variations, harmonize melodies, play by ear, arrange, create medleys, and compose. Improvisation, using a large variety of chord progressions, builds facility in creating interesting modulations and interludes. The third webinar in the series is called Step-by-Step Improvising, an overview of Music Moves for Piano exploration, creativity, and improvisation. In it, I'll discuss the student book improvisation projects, the additional teacher's lesson plans improvisation projects that are not in the student book, and incorporating exploration, creativity, improvisation projects into other areas of the lesson. Marilyn has this to say about the next component, performance pieces. Because Music Moves for Piano is an oral approach, students first learn songs and performance pieces through guided activities at the lesson. Students engage in technical readiness activities specific to each performance piece before learning to play the piece by rote. Students learn how to study the pictures or rote notation. Students listen to the student book CD or a teacher performance of the music to prepare to learn to play a piece. The fourth webinar in this series is called Mastering the Repertoire Practice Process, an overview of music moves for piano performance pieces. And in this webinar, I'll discuss the progression of the performance pieces, the evolution of the performance piece checklist, and supplemental repertoire. And finally, reading and writing. The complete music reading process from an audiation-based point of view is outlined in these books, Reading and Writing Music Notation. Students learn how to read, label, and write music symbols, read and write tonal and rhythm patterns, and read and write music notation. A departure from the traditional reading-based piano method approach, these books are based on practical research and how children learn best to read music. And that is for Music Moves for Piano Teachers Lesson Plans Book 3. The final webinar in the series is called Notational Audiation, an overview of music moves for piano, reading and writing music notation. And in this final webinar, I will discuss the Reading and Writing Music Notation Books 1 through 3, effective ways to introduce reading and writing, and improvisation project ideas to add to reading and writing activities. Do you wonder what's in some or all of the Music Moves for Piano series? Do you want to learn more about using the teacher lesson plans? If you're looking for a Music Moves for Piano deep dive, these webinars are for you. You can register separately or take advantage of the discounted bundle at musiclearningacademy.com/webinars. I hope to see you there.